Well, this is going to be fun. What we have here is a championship mode, rather like in my last video, except in this one, it pits you in a classic car of your choice against 19 others of the same car. So I've done five rounds out of the 6 so far, and as you can see, I'm sitting 5th in the standings. So going into the final race here, there's hope. There is chance of a race win, but it is me against 19 other 2008 McLaren MP4-23s. So wish me luck. So we're ready to go in America then, and I'm going to go with the straight line zinger setup. It's not that good, but I did it for a laugh. So me versus 19 other McLarens in some bizarre championship scenario in America, and it's away we go now towards turn 1 from P15 on the grid, and straight away we have a bonsai move from a McLaren down the inside there, but I'm just going to go around the outside of that McLaren into turn 1 then, and just around a few other McLarens. This commentary really isn't working. No, I'm gonna really struggle here because I don't know any of the drivers' names, because I'm pretty sure they're just made up, and they're all McLarens. So, well, I'll do my best, but I can't promise anything. P16 on the exit of turn 1 then, and we've just got this car ahead of me that's obviously a McLaren, and look at it though. Look at the train of just McLarens. It's such a... Oh, one of them's off! Someone's off. A McLaren has hit another McLaren, and a McLaren has hit the barriers. That really is not ideal at all, but just look at this ridiculous scenario. This is very good fun. It's about as level a playing field as you can get in the wide world of Formula 1, but I'm hunting down P15. Obviously, I'm going to need to get considerably up the standings if I'm going to bag the victor in this championship. But the way I'm just getting gobbled up down this back straight here is not ideal at all. The AI drivers come steaming through. I can't read his name, honestly. On this preview screen, I've got no idea what he's called, but I'm going round the outside of that McLaren back into P15. And please, someone off. I'm honestly so bad on the exit of corners, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. This is supposed to be the straight line zinger setup, and it's the straight line slouch as far as I'm concerned. This is going appallingly wrong so far, and I'm not looking like I'm going to gain any positions. It's time for the proverbial dive bomb on this McLaren. And into P14 we go with that scintillating move. But oh no, he's holding it around my outside, and given my exit speed, he probably, well, he's lacked it there. But that's P14. Still absolutely nowhere near I need to be, because my grid slot. I don't know why my grid slot was so low. Honestly, I haven't filmed most of this championship, but my grid slot has been in the bottom 5. In about 4 of the 6 races, and I don't know how they expect me to win in that scenario. I'm wide. I've gone off. That's not ideal, but I've held position, so that's fine. It's time for a demonstration on my appalling exit speed. Please tell me what I'm doing wrong here. Into the corner we go. Seems reasonable. Hit the accelerator on the way out, and the cars ahead just evaporate, and they're in the same car. Answers on a postcard. Answers on that postcard, please, because I'm nowhere near. Towards the end of lap 2 now, still sat in P14, chasing round a ludicrous train of 2008 McLaren MP4-23s. Oh, missed my braking a bit there, but we've held it together. And I think we can kiss goodbye to winning this championship series, because I'm nowhere near the points, never mind the upper echelons of the points. But it is on hard. I must point out the difficulty is on hard. I've gone for 69 difficulty, which is very hard. Really hard is 69. But I'll tell you what's harder, trying to take this McLaren into turn 1. Down the inside we go. That's going to be P13. I'm actually fair gazumped him in the end. Didn't really have an answer to that. And laid on the brakes, clipped the apex. Nicely done. One thing I have noticed is a lack of traction with this McLaren, and that's been demonstrated there, dearie me. Oh no, that is race ruined, but this is the early stages of the game, so I'm not even going to hide the fact that at this point I will be using a flashback just to get myself back in contention. P11 then, as we look to get some points at least on the final lap. And I have done that with a bit of a cheeky double dive bomb. That's gone extremely well, and it hasn't actually gone that well at all because he's absolutely sold me for a chippy tee down the inside there. Then there was a bit of contact which could have gone far worse than it did. And, well, it's only P10, but it's a point. I mean, it's not going to win me the title. Not by a long stretch, but it's a point. You know, we can take solace in a point, I think. As it's looking like all we're going to get, unless I try something particularly dangerous or risky. But, you know, it's an option. Could do it, might do it. We'll see how we go around the exit of this corner. No, it's not happened there, and he's going to run away from me again. Look at that. That's ridiculous. We're in the same car. I've honestly got exit speed problems. I really do. And I'm not talking about my constipation. So it's going to have to be a dive bomb, and that's what we're going to do here. Dive bomb into the corner, and that's gone reasonably well. In fact, it's gone extremely well, because that's P9. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, talk about speaking ahead of time there. He's gone right round, and he's still holding it around the outside, and there was a bit of a hand from my driver there, fuming, but down the inside we go, and that should be a nice cheeky 2 points. A little bit of a slide, and I've left him exposed to P10. That guy might drop out of the points completely. But it doesn't matter, because we have negotiated our way to 9th position, which is not going to do us any favours in the standings, but it is at least, it's going to give us some solace in that we're on the points board. We are on the points board.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Did you hear that? Very good there, very postmodern from Codemasters, not assuming the gender of the car, referring to the car as an it rather than a she. Don't want to be assuming genders in the 21st century, and that's excellent work from Codemasters.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up.
No.
So I'm P9 overall in the standings at the end of this little competition, but well, that was fun, and it's something cool that we can do on the new game. Thank you ever so much for watching, and goodbye. Oh, sorry, I've got a stretch.